Monday. It's Mark Pires.
I was walking
and it's Renaissance Man.
Looking for another way.
I'm here
Ease my mind and help
to
my
ease
living.
my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's daily variety show Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 1337 in a row of the Renaissance Man show. We're getting into it just like we do every single night, fam and friends. We got a couple of news stories for you tonight. Comedy news style, after we get our woohoo from Matt Zabrowski, that is. But have you heard of zombie ice? We're about to get into it tonight. Zombie ice. If you drink it, you turn into a freaking zombie. Yeah, George freaking Romero style. We're going to get into the story. Apparently, it's a freaking dangerous zombie ice. No, it's about melting ice, 10 inches to 12 inches of freaking sea level rise. And they didn't expect that. They were thinking 4. We're in for it, guys. We're in for it. We're going to read the story for you. And Joanne's going to try to keep the wheeze down while we're at it. So how's everybody doing tonight? Please say where you're from. Smack the screen. Let everybody know we're here. Longest running show on planet Earth. If you are here for the first time, subscribe, follow. We're here every single night of the year for 3+ years every single day. And actually we're 4 years in. We're going into year 5 actually at the end of this year. It's crazy. I can't even believe that. But it's accurate. December 31st, 2018 was the first day of this program. And we've been live every day since. So if you found this show, I got to say welcome. And how the friggin' hell did they sent you over? Really? They sent you in to see the show after 3+ years every day. I'm glad you found the show, but bottom line is you missed a friggin' crap of a hell lot, right? I mean, Joanne, we did 5 feature films. 5. And we also released almost 200 songs on iTunes. That's just in the last 3 years, guys, doing it. So if you are into music, go check out Mark Pires on TikTok or on Spotify. On TikTok, I'm Mr. Live Creation. YouTubing it, link in the friggin' bio. Joanne, can we get to the end of the song here so I can get a woohoo and we can get into the friggin' news?
I need more. Something to die for. Oh, won't you give me more? Hey, so many perfect ways to spend your days. It can be. Oh, wow, there's something to live for. Yeah, yeah. There's something to die for. Yeah, yeah. Give me something to live for. Yeah, yeah. There's something to die for. Yeah, yeah. There's something to live
That's
for.
Zabrowski! We need our woohoo, guys. This is what starts the friggin' night, except for me singing my own song from 2007. Zabrowski. You jumped on it, though, Zabrowski. You jumped. I was trying to give you the intro and say Zabrowski, and then you woohoo it. Instead, you just couldn't. You had to jump on my. You had to jump on my intro. You know, it's times like this, guys. You wonder why you pay him the big bucks. You know. So, how's everybody doing out there? This is just a live improv comedy show. We read the news for you. We have comedy news here all day, every day. Sometimes the stories are real, and then I've got to take a serious tone with them. But most times, you got me in there doing sleep. So Joe Biden's we got his problem. He's at the Oval pooping at his triple diaper. And then you got Sleeps Over Joe, and he's like, huh, what? My Aunt Judy told me I have a triple diaper. I got to change it. So we're doing impressions and crazy stuff. My Strange Road's in the house with us. I'm going to head over to YouTube real quick, say hello to the fam that's here with us. The fam on TikTok that's here with us. My Strange Roads, Pamela Swan, Renee Woods over here on the talk. I see Nancy Snyder, Gerald LaBelle, the crazy card. When you got that crazy card and you're about to drop it, user 8816, how you doing? And Throat Warful Irvin. How you doing out there? Wow, guys, you come down. Renaissance Man, of course. Monday night, garbage night. You grab all the garbage in the house. You put it in the garbage can. In the morning, they come. They pick up the garbage out of the can. Yeah. Wow, clean can of garbage next week. Same friggin' program. Wow, who knew? I did. I'm paying monthly for the service. Oh, you gonna get my garbage? Thought it was a freaking joke. Oh, I thought it was a joke the first time they said, well, come and get your garbage. You know, I live in a state where that you can't freaking throw garbage and like they come and get your garbage. You have to pay for your own garbage. Delivery pickup. You know, it's a delivery service. They're delivering nothing really except for a guy to pick up a freaking couple bags of garbage, thrown in the back, incinerator style, back of the truck deal, going down, you know, to the dump yard. What do they call it, Joanne? Dump yard. I don't know. Incinerator yard. So anyway, guys, zombie ice from Greenland. Yeah. It's going to raise the sea level 10 inches. That's what she said. Bottom line, guys, let's get into it. Joanne, can you pull the story up for me, please? Joanne, napping again? God almighty. Oh, and I'm getting a call that I really need to take. You know what I got to do here, guys? I gotta call that back after because we got people on the TikTok program. And there's phone calls coming in mid program. I mean, you're in the program doing it. You're doing it. So, guys, bottom line is this. We're going to open up this screen because, you know, I like you to see the stories as well while I read them. And we try to overcome Joanne's wheeze. So, here we go. Joanne, can you open up the window capture situation deal for me? God almighty, I forgot she's napping still and wheezing. Guys, look, there we go. God almighty, Joanne, I'm not on the screen right now. What are we doing? I was on the screen. Oh. Thank you, Joanne. I guess you woke up from your stupid slumber. You know, here we go, guys. 6 Hour in the house, my brother, and kill it and grill it. I'm seeing Renee Woods and My Strange Roads, and I told you Pamela Swan's in the house doing it. You know what I mean? And over here on the talker, we got Nancy Snyder, Gerald LaBelle, the crazy card. When you got the crazy card and you play it, like you're there and you're like, do I play the crazy card? Like, yo, Tommy, should I play the crazy card? And he's like, no, to hold on to the crazy card. You don't want to do it yet. And when you play the crazy card, you don't have another one to play. Make sure it's like royal flush style and you're like playing the crazy card and you win. It was you winning because you played the crazy card, but only on the royal flush, you know. Guys, we're getting into the news story. You're here on TikTok. If you want to head over to the tuber, it's the link underneath my freaking photo. You can see the story live. It's right here on the side of me. I'm on the screen together with it. Joanne finally did her job. Thank you, Joanne. Make a little sip of my coffee here. Joanne, let's get to the news. Can you teleprompter me? Thank you, Joanne. Zombie ice from Greenland will raise the sea level 10 inches. A boat navigates at night next to large icebergs in icebergs in eastern Greenland on August 15, 2019. Zombie ice from the massive Greenland ice sheet will eventually raise global sea level at least 10 inches on its own, according to a study released Monday, August 29th, 2022. Zombie or doomed ice is still attached to thicker areas of ice, but is no longer getting fed by those larger glaciers. Greenland's rapidly melting ice sheet will eventually raise global sea level. Joanne, we just read this frickin' line. You know, it's more than twice the previous forecast. Joanne, they thought it must have been around 5 inches, I guess, right? That's because of something they call zombie ice. You don't want to get the zombie ice and get in your freaking coffee. Joanne, what kind of ice did you use when you made my coffee? Because I know you like to put ice in first, then you heat it up. That's the proper way to do it. You take ice into your coffee machine, and then once it comes to room temperature, you friggin' brew it. Joanne, did you take zombie ice? I'm not drinking that anymore. I'm pretty sure Joanne got zombie ice for this one, just as a friggin' joke. You know, I'm doing a story about zombie ice, and then Joanne gets some zombie ice, puts it in my coffee. Zombie ice guy. Like, I'm the first of its kind. The first guy to take zombie ice and drink it like it's good. Here, let's gargle with the zombie ice. Joanne, you're terrible. Number 2. No, Joanne, down the hall. Right. Anyway, Greenland, that's because of something they call zombie ice. The doomed ice that will still thicker areas of ice. Joanne, I'm having trouble reading this one. I'm going too fast, I think. That's because of something they call zombie ice. That's doomed ice that, while still attached to thicker areas of ice, is no longer getting replenished by parents' glaciers, now receiving less snow. Without replenishment, the doomed ice is melting from climate change and will inevitably raise seas, said study co-author William Colgan, a glaciologist. It's a friggin' thing. Glaciologist, really? Yeah, that's a glacier. Nope, that's not. Really? What are you doing over there, dude? Yeah, look, I studied this glacier. You did? You took a little freaking piece of ice, a sample, brought it back to the lab? Go send any freaking scientist out for that one, buddy. Oh, he's a glaciologist. The Geological Survey of Denmark and Greenland. It's dead ice. It's just going to melt and disappear from the ice sheet, Colgan said in an interview. The ice has been consigned to the ocean, regardless of what climate emissions scenario we take. Study lead author Jason Box, glaciologist. Joanne. Yeah, no, Joanne, glaciologist. He's, doing it. He said it's more like 1 foot in the grave. Look, the unavoidable 10 inches in the study is more than twice as much sea level rise as scientists had previously expected from the melting of Greenland's ice sheet. The study of the journal Nature did that 2 days in a row, Joanne. Climate Change said it could reach as much as 30 inches. What the Are you kidding me? 30 inches of glacial change? By contrast, last year's Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change report projected a range of 2 to 5 inches for likely sea level rise from Greenland ice melt by the year 2100. What scientists did for the study was to look at the ice imbalance in perfect equilibrium. Sometimes when you're trying to say a word like equilibrium, it comes out like that. You got to be more pointed when you're saying words like, Let's do it again. In perfect equilibrium, snowfall in the mountains in Greenland flows down and recharges the thickens, the sides of the glaciers, balancing out what's melting on the edges. But in the last few decades, there's been less replenishment and more melting, creating imbalance. Study authors looked at the ratio of what's being added and what's being lost and calculated that 3.3% of Greenland's total ice volume will melt no matter what happens with the world cutting carbon pollution. I think starving would be a good phrase for what's happening to the ice. One of the study authors said that more than 120 trillion tons of ice is already doomed to melt from warming ice sheets' inability to replenish its edges. When that ice melts into water, if it were concentrated only over the United States of America, it would be 37 feet deep. That is freaking sick, guys. That's why I've seen some of these climate glaciologists freaked out saying, guys, you don't know what's coming. We're not messing around. We got to make a change now. This is what they're talking about. When we start having losing freaking coastlines across the globe, woo, no good. No friggin' good. Let's just hope that it kind of pushes out beyond the ice wall into the, extraterrestrial land. This is really a large loss and will have detrimental effect on the coastlines around. Joanne, I just said that about the coastlines. I nailed it. Not a glaciologist. Not a glaciologist here. I'm just doing it, getting it done, glaciology style. Really large loss, detrimental effect, coastlines, losing them around the world. Non-glaciologist, science. This is the first time scientists calculated a minimum ice loss and accompanying sea level rise. For Greenland, one of the Earth's 2 massive ice sheets that are slowly shrinking because of climate change from burning coal, oil, and natural gas. Scientists used an accepted technique for calculating minimum committed ice loss, the one used on mountain glaciers for the entire giant frozen island. Pennsylvania State University glaciologist, another freaking glaciologist, Richard Alley, who wasn't part of the study but said it made sense, said the committed melting and sea level rise is like an ice cube put in a cup of hot tea in a warm room. by men. You have committed mass loss from the ice, Allie said in an email. In the same way, most of the world's mountain glaciers and the edges of Greenland would continue losing mass if temperatures were stabilized at modern levels, because they have been put in warmer air just as your ice cube was put in warmer tea. Time is the key unknown here, and a bit of a problem with the study, said two outside scientists, Lee Stearns of the University of Kansas and Sophie Nowicki of the University of Buffalo. The researchers in the study said they couldn't estimate the timing of the committed melting, yet in the last sentence they mentioned, within this century. Without supporting it, Stearns said. Colgan responded that the team just doesn't know how long it will take for all the doomed ice to melt, but making an educated guess, it would probably be by the end of this century or at least by 2150. Colgan said this is actually all best case scenario. The year 2012, and to the different degree 2019, was a huge melt year. When the equilibrium, I did it that time, perfect. Where's Joanne? Yeah, between adding and subtracting ice was most out of balance. If Earth starts to undergo more years like 2012, Greenland melt could trigger 30 inches of sea level rise, he said. Those 2 years seem extreme now, but years that look normal now would have been extreme 50 years ago. That's how climate change works, Colgan said. Today's outliers become tomorrow's averages. Associated Press climate change. Shut up with your stupid AP giving me a promo. You know what I mean? Next story, Joanne, what do we got? NASA's DART confirmed on target to impact asteroid Dimorphos? Joanne, we're doing something on Dimorphos. NASA's DART confirmed on target to impact asteroid Dimorphos. This I'm going to do Jeremy Irons, I think, who passed away recently. Using some of the world's most powerful telescopes, the DART talent investigation team completed a 6-night observation campaign last month to confirm earlier calculations of the orbit of Dimorphos. That's pretty much dead on Jeremy Irons right there. DART's asteroid target. Dimorphos is in orbit around its larger parent asteroid Didymos. These observations confirm where the asteroid is expected to locate at the time of impact. DART, which is the world's first attempt to change the speed and path of an asteroid's motion in space, tests a method of... Joanne, I'm falling out of the Jeremy Irons. What do you think I should do now? Really? No, I'm just going to... She goes, just do you. Stupid. I can't stand when she says, just do you. All right, Weezer. Where were we? And now you made me mess up, Joanne. I was there, and then you made me lose my spot in the friggin' story. God almighty. That's the problem when you got a Joanne wheezing it out back there, you know? DART, which is the world's first attempt to change speed. I did that part, Joanne. The measurements the team made in early 2021 were critical for making sure that DART arrived at the right place, the right time for its kinetic impact with Dimorphos. I keep going back into, because the saying Dimorphos is weird. Dimorphos. It's got to be Dimorphos. I'm going to Dimorphos with Jeremy Irons, said Andy Rivkin, the DART investigation team co-lead at Johns Hopkins University, Applied Physics Laboratory in Laurel, Maryland. Confirming those measurements with new observations shows us that we don't need any course changes, and we're already right on target. If anybody out there needs a voiceover done as Jeremy freaking Irons, bingo, ding diggity doo. All you have to do, guys, look, the conjoined twins had sad news. Do you see them down below? Look at that freaking, what's going down over there? All right, we're going to shut it down. We don't need to see their noggins. You know what I mean? No offense. They're beautiful noggins, but we don't need to see a double-decker. I'm trying to do a show here. Trying to do a Renaissance Man show. Trying to do the news, got double-decker style. I would get rid of these over here with the stupid medals. 25-plus athletes. Shut up, stupid. What are we doing over here? NASA's Artemis 1 launch countdown commences. Team assessing lightning strikes at launch pad. Well, this must have been prior to the fact that they freaking canceled it today. Yeah, sounds new. I guess we'll go to the moon sometime in the next century, right? What are we talking about over here? What is this guy's fache? Who lived long enough? is that? You know what I mean? That is a weird looking face with the googly Steve Buscemi eyes. What is Steve Buscemi doing, old school style, with a nose job? I didn't expect him to be there. You didn't expect him to be there. He's just there, you know? She's drinking cow urine. That's what it looks like. It's gross. You know, that's on her. Guys, soccer star accuses brother of $13 million blackmail and gang extortion. European football is awash with scandal after Juventus and French midfielder Paul Pogba's brother posted a video on Instagram threatening to unveil big revelations about the World Cup winner, his agent, and attorney Rafaela Pimenta. And fellow athlete Kylian Mbappe, Pogba has been since decried his brother's Matthias's video, Matthias, let's call him Matthias, describing it as attempts of extortion by organized gang. In a statement released Sunday, according to the French outlet France Info, an investigation into his organized crime efforts against the Juventus player has been ongoing since early August. Sources close to the investigation told France Info that Pogba said he'd been trapped by childhood friends and the two-headed man armed with assault rifles during a match visit to his home in Lagny-sur-Marne. The group demanded he turn over 13 million euros to them, allegedly criticizing him for not helping them financially in his rise to fame. Pogba says that they have continued intimidation and blackmail since. Freaking Pogba's got it going down. You know what I mean? Like, they're giving it to Pogba. Hey, Pogba, give us a freaking 13 mil. Or we're going to do some extortion style on you. You know what I mean? I'm your brother, Matthias. I'm going to take you down a level. I want you to understand something. I got pictures of that thing you did. You know what you did, right? I remember when I was a kid, my brothers, because I was a baby, my brothers used to get me in trouble all the time. And one of my brothers used to do this thing where he would get me so upset, so to the point where I'd say a bad word. Like, you're an asshole. And he would have like a tape recorder behind his back. And then he'd play it back and be like, I'm going to tell mom and dad unless you give me your freaking John Elway rookie card. Which he still freaking has. And if you don't give me the Dan Marino rookie card. Which he still freaking has. I was like, do you still have John Elway rookie card and Dan Marino rookie card? He's like, yeah, I got that. I'm like, those are my freaking cards. You remember when he's like, I never did that. Yes, you did. You think I make that up? That's real. I was a kid and I said the A word and he's like, tell mom and dad, you should give me an L. Oh, there were other cards too. I forget what else I gave, but those were the two that I remember because they're both massive Hall of Fame stars. I had their rookie cards and my brother has them now from freaking extortion. But when you're kids, that's what your brothers do. That's what you do to each other. You extort things out of each other. Take advantage of the little guy, you know? Oh, here's the baby in the family. Let's see if we can take his freaking cards. Elway, freaking Marino, rookie card style, you know? I'm sure they were in perfect condition too. They're probably worth a couple grand. What are you going to do? I would sell the freaking hell out of them if I had them. Although I got to say, I got a bunch of 1986 Fleer basketball cards here, and I don't know. I went live the other day on TikTok. I was like, maybe I'll try to sell them on, because I see all these people doing all those card things on TikTok, and I was like, maybe I'll just freaking sell it. You know what I mean? Sell some cards. And then I decided not to. Because I have a thing for that year, that 1986 Fleer. It's an awesome year. Let's move forward. We have another story here. Dinosaur skeleton found in Portugal man's backyard could be Europe's largest ever find. Paleontologists unearthed parts of the spine and ribs of a dinosaur, which suggests that the huge reptile was about 12 meters tall and 25 meters long. I'm not sure what accent that is, you know. Oh, welcome back, Joanne. Oh, Joanne! God almighty, open a window. You're supposed to pull a Friday. Don't nobody go in there 35, 45 minutes. You know, you got to pull one of those. You walk in back in the room. You don't just come in smelling up the friggin' studio. You know what I mean? What'd you eat today? You know? According to the BBC, the skeleton was discovered in the century city of Pombal in 2017 when a man began working on his house and noticed fragments of a fossilized bone. Spanish and Portuguese paleontologists then excavated the dinosaur in August this year. They believe that the fossilized skeleton is a sauropod, which were herbivores and four-legged creatures who had long necks and tails. Sauropods were the biggest of all dinosaurs and the largest land animals ever to have lived. Experts informed that they lived during the Upper Jurassic period, which was around 130 million years ago. Paleontologists unearthed parts of the spine and rib at the dinosaur, which suggests the huge reptile was about 39 feet tall and 25 meters long. That's 82 feet, Joanne. Again, I can't believe you didn't even bring like a spray. Spray the room. Lysol. Elisabetta Melafá, postdoctoral researcher at the Faculty of Sciences at the University of Lisbon, told Faz.org, "It is not usual to find all the ribs of an animal like this, let alone in this position, maintaining their original anatomical position. This mode of preservation is relatively uncommon in the fossil world of dinosaurs, and particularly sauropods from the Portuguese Upper Jurassic," she added. Joanne, sorry I didn't do the impression there. Because of the natural position that the skeleton was found in, researchers worked on the dig are hopeful that there is much more they are yet to unearth. The skeleton is now being studied by an international research team. And meanwhile, this comes after researchers in the United States found a dinosaur footprints from 113 million years ago, after a drought in Texas dried up a river flowing through Dinosaur Valley State Park. Tracks from giant reptiles were exposed. Look at this freaking chooch over here with his mask on. Doing it, I guess, huh, bud? Next story on the way. Black Shrine author Talib says colleges should bear student loan debt forgiveness. Ain't that the friggin' truth? You know what I mean? Nassim Nicholas Taleb, author of The Black Swan, declared on Twitter that the cost of student loan debt jubilee should be borne by universities, not taxpayers. Student loans, the cost of debt jubilee, should be borne by universities, not taxpayers. The mathematician then went on to take a swipe at higher education establishment. If a U.S. college degree appears to be useless, it is by design. For liberal arts equal training for upper-class free men who were above having a profession. To earn money in vocational or professional schools, middle-class parents were tricked and fleeced. Oh, I got to take this, guys. Hold on a minute. Sorry. Let me pop this on for a minute.
Hammerl and Jameson introducing episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show, The Gates to Evil.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me on episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show. Today we're talking about Dr. Evil. That's right, Bill Gates, Fauci. They're all in it together. And I think you'll be surprised when you see Vladimir Putin in the mix. And even George Soros. So we're going to get into it now. Let's take a look at the first piece.
Dr. Evil, are you there?
Well, hi, Bill Gates. How are you?
Do you have a second to talk?
Yep, I'm here in the evil lair right now. I heard about all your work on the vaccines. Quite promising. Hold on. Put you on speakerphone. So tell me, what's the latest, Bill?
Look, we have to get our vaccines in order if we want to try to stop the spread of the coronavirus. And consequently, I own all of the patents and I have all of the companies that are actually going to provide the vaccines. And Moderna, you may have heard of, that's actually my company. I'm going to be the one who makes all the money at the end. But we have to do it. It's going to kill a lot of people, and it's going to put a lot of more money in my pocket to be the shelf effect, where everybody else dies and I get everything. I'm going to try to take over the world is really the plan here.
Look, Bill, that's usually what we do here at Evil Headquarters. I'm frickin' Dr. Evil. Anyway, how can I help?
Well, it looks like I've got everybody lined up and ready for the big reveal. They're all afraid. They're at home quarantined, and they're not sure if it's safe to go outdoors. So they're ready for the takedown.
Yeah, I get it. You want to take over the world.
People are starting to understand that I have an ulterior motive, and it's financially based, it's population reduction based, and they don't like it. And I just want to try to find out how to do it successfully like you did.
I don't have time to give you the ins and outs.
Do you have any tips or suggestions that you can give me?
Well, Bill, fear seems low. I would release the murder hornets.
Well, I really appreciate your advice, Dr. Evil. I know you've gone through this before.
I do take over the world at least once a month.
I think it's very important that we do this the right way.
The right way is the only way.
If we do it correctly from the beginning, then I'm going to be the leader of the world.
Look, Bill, I'm going to be honest with you. What's yours is mine. I'm just going to do it all myself. I already released the murder hornets. Don't open your windows. Frankly, I was shaken by the images. I could not believe it when I had this YouTube video sent to me. These things are going on behind the Trumpers' back. And I don't like it. No. We're going to stop the Dr. Evil. We're going to stop Bill Gates. He's not even a freaking doctor. You know that, right? He's not a doctor. Doesn't even play a doctor on TV. He just pretends. He walks around, puts a stethoscope on, I think, when he's at home. Melinda, look, I've got a stethoscope on. I'm a doctor. No, you're not. You're just a stupid billionaire. Well, look, let's keep going. Let's see what these morons are up to.
Number 2, get me Bill Gates.
Dr. Evil. Bill Gates is on the evil monitor.
Bill, it's Dr. Evil. Oh, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you?
I'm doing great, Bill.
So glad to get you on the line again.
I think it's about time we release our secret weapon. Can you get him on the line, number 2?
Dr. Evil. Call on the evil monitor.
Dr. Fauci. It's Dr. Evil.
Hello, Dr. Evil.
Look, Fauci, we need you to continue pushing the narrative. If we want them to take the vaccine, they need to be scared.
So we need the public to believe that they're in danger. And the only one who's in control of that right now is Dr. Fauci.
Well, we have to be very careful. Can't let the president know what we're doing. Look, we need to continue to push fear. If we want them to take the vaccine, we're going to have to pretend that they need it.
So I'm going to get onto every network station, and I'm going to continue to push the narrative.
I'm thinking about deploying the murder hornets. We should probably be searching for a murder hornet vaccine as we speak. This sounds like a great idea, Dr. Fauci. Get on it, and I'll see you guys soon. Just remember, keep me apprised. Wait, no, hold on, I'm not done. We're going to have to continue to act stealth with this mission. One more thing, don't forget our mantra. We all need vaccines.
That we all need vaccines. And I will eventually take over the world.
See, this is the agenda of the New World Order, run by Bill Gates, President Xi-Hole. They drop a virus, I call it the Fluhan, on the world. They cripple the global economic system. They put everybody in quarantine. They gotta wear a mask. You can't go out without a mask. And everybody's still fine. The death rate's like the frickin' flu. And they say everybody must get a vaccine. Look, I'll tell you what. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I won't be getting a vaccine. You've got an immune system for a reason. You don't need an immunity like a vaccine made by people like Fauci that just are trying to line their pockets with dollar bills, y'all. So take a look at this last clip. Kinda pisses me off. He called me on pocket dial. You'll see, take a look.
Number 2, get me Bill Gates on the evil monitor.
Dr. Evil. Bill Gates is on the evil monitor.
Well, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? So glad to speak to you. I'm just here talking to the press right now. Is there something I could do for you?
Oh, Donald, I'm sorry. This is actually a pocket dial. I'm gonna have to call you back.
Okay, Dr. Evil.
Number 2.
That was too freaking close, number 2.
I'm sorry, Dr. Evil. Bill Gates on the Evil Monitor.
Hi, Bill. It's Dr. Evil. How are you? Hi, Dr. Evil. How are you?
I'm good, Bill. Are we still on track to take over the world?
So Dr. Fauci went on the front lines again today and told people they need to do even more extensive social distancing. They need to stay away from each other more. We have to develop the vaccine before too many people die, and then we won't be able to make all of that money.
And what does Fauci have to say about it?
I'm going to try to get Dr. Fauci on right now. Dr. Fauci, are you there?
Bill, how are you?
It's Bill and Dr. Evil, and he's on the Evil Monitor with us.
Dr. Evil.
Gentlemen, the fear-mongering's not working. You're going to have to find a different strategy.
I'm getting very nervous about this, Dr. Evil. I think I may back out of this entire thing if we don't bring the vaccine to market next week. I'm out.
Take a breath real quick, Dr. Fauci, because we're almost there. All right, we put all the money out there. We have the patents, and we have everybody at home right now. So all you have to do is continue the narrative.
The president is starting to become suspicious of Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, we really need you to come through for us here.
Look, the president is smarter than he pretends to be.
Fauci, failure is not an option here.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I will not take a fall for 2 megalomaniacs.
Okay. I think I've heard enough. Excuse me. Yes, release the murder hornets. Yes, Bill Gates' house and Dr. Fauci's. That's right. Yep, thank you. Okay, yep, fantastic. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I just can't stand you anymore. Look, I have to thank MAGA lover QAnon 1984 for sharing these 3 videos with me. Oh, wait a second, I'm getting in my ear that we have one more for you. Hold on one moment. Let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, the scene is set. Number 2.
Dr. Evil. Vladimir Putin's on the phone.
Dr. Evil, it's Vladimir. We have the news. Well, it's really good to have you on the line, Vladimir. I'm so glad that our plan is working.
Right now is good mission. Is an American run.
Look, all I want you to know, Vladimir, is that we have to put the pressure on. More cities.
They riot in the street. Good.
Now to part 2, our secret weapon. You know who I'm talking about. Let's get him on the line.
Dr. Evil. George Soros is on the line.
George.
Dr. Evil.
What's the deal?
Can I play too?
What you got going on over there? Give us the scoop.
I want to play.
Let me put you on speaker. Yep, here we go. What do you got, George?
I'll put money in as well, and we could take over the solar system.
We have to find a way to stabilize Donald Trump as well.
Bring Trump Walker to me. I will turn him, or I will destroy him.
You know, I have to say, I did not expect to see George Soros turn into Emperor Palpatine. Who knew? Who knew that Emperor Palpatine was really George Soros? Typecast, really. I heard he also played Jabba the Hutt. They didn't really even need to use any makeup. Look, the one thing I'll tell you about Donald J. Trump is I keep my friends close, but I keep my enemies closer. I'm gonna call Dr. Evil right now. That's right. We're gonna have a conversation about all of these videos because I don't like when people come after the Trump. Hold on, people. The phone is ringing. Number 2.
Dr. Evil. There's a call on the Evil Monitor. It's Donald Trump.
Thank you, number 2. Hi, Donald. It's Dr. Evil. How are you? Dr. Evil, You're live right now on the Donald Trump Show. Oh, really? Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me put you on speaker. What can I do for you, Donald? You're actually the subject of episode 16 of the Drum Show, and I just found 4 videos, quite incriminating. And before I send them to the high courts, I just wanted to see if you have anything you'd like to say.
Well, Donald, simply put, I'm freaking Dr. Evil.
Look, Dr. Evil, you know, we've had a pretty good working relationship in the past, but that all comes to an end now. Next time you think you could take advantage of the Trumper, just get ready for a steaming pile of rockets all over your face. I'm gonna drop them all over your evil compound, wherever it is.
I wish you lots of luck on your search, Donald.
We're gonna find you, Dr. Evil. I'm going to find you.
Look, Donald, I really don't care how you feel. Sorry.
Perhaps if I tell you about the newest technology we're gonna use to take you out in your compound, would that interest you, Dr. Evil?
No matter what tech you have, Donald, you get... Hello? Donald? Number 2! He hung up again, motherfucker!
Oh, man, I love that bit. I am upset that I put the same bit we watched just the other day on, but as a bonus, you get Steve Buscemi again up here in the center of the screen. Right? That's a solid one right there. Like you came, you're like, I wonder what I'm going to get tonight. Renaissance Man style. I freaking bring you Steve Buscemi. Right freaking here. I'm doing it. Where am I? Hold on, Joanne. I'm not on the screen again. What are we doing? You know, I'm pointing to freaking Buscemi over here. Busems. Freaking mighty. Look at that. It's kind of freaking me out. Busems, what are we doing over there? You know, you come out, be a part of the collage in the backdrop, Renaissance Man style. I gotta look at Buscemi face. God, I'm right above Turlington. You got a Christy Turlington deal going on below. Steve Buscemi. You know, kind of want to do like a freaking Goonies poke him in the eyes thing, like, you know, I don't know. That's just me thinking out loud. Anyway, let's see what else we got over here, John. John, any other stories of the day? No, I guess not. I guess that was it. Look, when you're doing it, you're doing it. Yeah, we did this story too with Steve Buscemi face. That guy had it coming, you know what I mean? One more thing. We might as well pull through the news segment here and see what the frig happens. You know, dark energy eludes astronomers studying 100 million galaxies. Sounds like something they made up in a friggin', you know, science fiction book. Whatever, dude. Could Earth ever leave our solar system? I'd say not. T-Rex species saga explained. Who were the Denisovans? They were one of the 7 races on the planet. That's right. We were aliens here at the beginning of this entire freaking craziness that we are part of. But they had the Denisovans. We had the Neanderthals. You had the... whatever they were, all of them were here. We were here at the same time, not as, it was that we evolved into. No, we were all here at the same time. We won. Homo sapiens won. We probably murdered all the rest off, but that's what happened. Or there's been some sort of freaking, obviously, you know, cohabitation / you know, mongoloid deal. You know, you saw the couple mongoloids, you know, where you're looking at, oh, look, it's Sloth from Goonies. Hey, you guys. Denisovan. I'm not certain he's a Denisovan, but Mongoloid, John Matuzak, when you got a head like that, yeah, I don't know if it's water or someone banged him in the head with a freaking sledgehammer, but it's going on. And you're there doing your best to not laugh right directly in his face. You know, like you're the guy who's laughing at stuff that's not funny, but to not to his face because you can't. No, it's hilarious that that guy's reading his book over there. I'm sorry. No, I was laughing at the guy over there reading a book. You know what I mean? Like that's what happens when you're with a Denisovan Mongoloid. Spread-eagled Triassic shovel lizards look like roadkill and likely died in a drought. Thanks for coming out on that one. New Webb telescope observations throw a wrench in our understanding of the Big Bang. That's what she said. Earth is playing a crucial role in turning the moon permanently red. Joanne, do you have a role in that? What are we talking about? Male contraception pills show promise, and they have no major side effects, just like your D falls off, But that's all right. You don't really need it, Just keep the balls. But the D, whatever, that's like a selfish thing on your part, But you're able to not have kids, That's the other better part, It's like it worked, no D, but you're still able to, do other things like rub your vulva. Oh, I don't even know what the hell that means. Yeah, I do. So what are we talking about? Joanne. Chris Rock says he was asked to host the Oscars. Is it to Nicole Brown Simpson going back to the restaurant? Jim, my brother, thank you so much. Real Talk Family Gold member. Gold member? What are we talking about here? Gold member? Yes, gold member. Yes, you have your gold member. Look at my gold member. I forget how he sounded. Bottom line, guys, Bradley Cooper and Arena Shake reunite for a beach vacacione. They probably did a Bang Biggity Boo segment, That's on them. That's their thing. Ozzy Osbourne says he's leaving the U.S. because of gun violence. Can't blame him for that. We got a lot of crap going on in this country. I don't know if it's just for gun violence. I think it's stupid people as well. Let's see what we got. Anything else? Netflix roasted an Inventing Anna suit for inventing double-crossing traits for rural person. Stupid. Oh, guys, look. Regal AMC to have $3 movie tickets for the National Cinema Day on Saturday. Guys, make sure you get your $3 tickets. It's about what it's worth to see a movie in the theater these days. You know what I mean? I guess that's basically it, guys. I'm not going to go through all the freaking... This is the news of the day. It's crap, So, let's see what we got here. That's basically it, guys. Bang, biggity, boo. You know what I mean? Boo le pain, boob le pain. Sopranos actor on Broadway that one dies at 76 years old. So, bottom line, Harry Potter actor slams Air Canada, says it's the worst airline in North America. I don't know if anybody uses Air Canada or why you'd ever go to Canada now with Justin Trudeau. You know what I mean? My fellow Canadians, I'm Liam Neeson's son and also Fidel Castro's son. You guys know he's mixed. They did it together. You gotta be freaking... Oh, Eddie Murphy's in it. Okay. Beverly Hills Cop sequel adds Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Taylor Page. Netflix pick starring Eddie Murphy gets new title. So that's great. Eddie Murphy's doing another Beverly Hills Cop at 65. I'll watch it. No, I don't watch TV. You guys tell me how it was. Okay. Oh, goodness. Sydney Sweeney defends family celebration. I'm not sure who the hell that is. Fergie 47 is toned. What the frick? This is the crap that they're putting out there? Let's not put out the Renaissance Man Show 1,337 days in a row of positivity, live creation, comedy, music. Let's put out that the freaking stupid Hornswoggle pull out a victory against Dolph Ziggler. The old Ziggler. Zig Ziglar, Kane Brown performs Be Like That. Really? Who the freaking crap cares? Keanu Reeves crushes couple's wedding in England. Out of this world. I'm going to pull that up. I like Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves crashes couple's wedding in England. Out of this world. Like he was like, James, congratulations. I'm Keanu. They're like, dude, you're Keanu. He's like, the bride I had the most amazing weekend. Oh no, she wrote that on Twitter. This guy couldn't be more. He's like, look, I married my high school sweetheart. We already had a kid, and we met Keanu Reeves. The crazy thing is, guys, that's not really Keanu Reeves. That's a lookalike. They hired a lookalike. You could tell by the nose. It's just a little bigger than the real Keanu. You know what I mean? No, it's the real Keanu. There he is. That's the real freaking Keanu right there. And he's there with my friend. That's Danny Ricks, you know? Oh, goodness. And, you know, Danny and I go back a long way, right, Joanne? Joanne, stop the freaking wheezing and tooting, you know? Because it's really destroying the vibe of the studio here, you know? But Keanu, he's doing it. I went down to a wedding with my friends. Okay, good. You did that. You were awesome in The Devil's Advocate. Red Hot Chili Peppers Chad Smith dedicates his 2022 VMA award to brother Taylor Hawkins. I don't even know who the freak Taylor Hawkins is. Oh my goodness. Michael Jackson used 19 fake IDs to score drugs. New doc revelations on birthday. Let's get into this friggin' one. It's the last story of the night. Michael Jackson used Joanne, we just freaking read this byline. You know, that's on you, though, Joanne, that you're going to give that to us and expect us to reread it. The world stopped turning when news broke of pop legend Michael Jackson's death in late 2022. What was it, 22? What I meant to say, Joanne, is Michael Jackson's death in late June of 2009. The 50-year-old Thriller vocalist was found unresponsive in his Los Angeles home after suffering cardiac arrest brought on by an anesthetic propofol. It was brought on by anesthetic propofol, a drug reportedly routinely administered. Okay, so this is when Conrad Murray did his thing, double-deckered him, gave him some extra. He wanted his creamy broccoli or whatever he called it. The death was ruled a homicide, and Murray took all of the blame. He was convicted of involuntary manslaughter and was sentenced to 4 years in prison, serving just under 2. But Murray endured the brunt of the public hatred, even though Jackson, who would have been 64 on Monday, was abusing drugs throughout much of his life in alarming doses, and was allegedly easily enhanced and able to do so by an array of other doctors, ones who never saw a day in jail after the King of Pop's death, according to a new documentary. It's due out next month, guys. Should we check out a little bit?
Never mentioned a single doctor to me who was treating him with opioids, propofol, or any of those substances.
Look at that freaking bun in the back.
Michael Jackson was a drug addict, and he was a master at manipulation because I was manipulated by Michael. I did not enable him at any time in his addiction. I would never do that. I cared about Michael too much. I loved Michael. I haven't lost that love for Michael, despite the pain and suffering that I've encountered.
Yeah, but why the frick didn't you, take him off the bed, do a proper CPR on him? You know, like you put him on the bed to do CPR? What kind of doctor are you? You know, you should take the blame. You're a douche. You did a terrible job trying to save the man. Yeah, you obviously didn't intend to kill him, but you didn't know how to properly bring him back or revive him. You know, you lay him on the ground on a hard surface. Even I didn't know that. You know, I'm going to pretend I did. But no, I didn't know it, but you should know that if you're a doctor. I only found that out when reading about it afterwards. I'm like, what? He should have had him. Oh, yeah. And then you punch him in the freaking chest, over and over. You do Muhammad Ali. Bring it back, You can't take that heart and massage it. You know what I mean? Do like the dude from Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom, and you're sticking your hand into the heart, into the chest cavity. You put your hand into the chest cavity and massage the heart. Bring back Michael Jackson to life? What kind of doctor are you? You can't do that. You can't figure out how to excise or just get the jaws and pull the chest apart in order to get the hand inside there in order to do a massageroo on the chest and on the heart, and also not break it at the same time. Can I say that you're just a terrible doctor? The fact that you can't do that without a. Oh yeah. Get in there. The massage. You're doing a Kano from Mortal Kombat. You pull out the heart. Fatality. It was a fatality. What's that, Joanne? Joanne said brutality. No, Joanne, I don't think that was a brutality finishing move. I think it was a fatality finishing move. I'm just saying. Sometimes Joanne thinks she knows best, but Joanne does not know best. So, guys, I think that's basically what we do here. Renaissance Man style. We get into it, and then we get out of it. And then it's just a show, 54 minutes. We did it again, guys. Holy cow. We're supposed to do 30-minute shows. We're supposed to do 30-minute shows. But Joanne wheezes through half hours. You know what I mean? Like, we did 25 solid. Joanne wheezed through the other 30, and I'm sorry about that. No, Joanna. We know, Joanne, that you didn't intend to take over the show with your stupid wheeze. You just do it. You're just like there. Pamela Swan sitting there in the chat going, friggin' Joanne! Guys, it's a shame that Joanne's not real. Anyway, what are we going to do tomorrow, guys? Maybe we have some more comedy news. Maybe we have a freaking song for you as well, Oh, I look tired? You know what? I could be tired. I don't know if I'm tired, but I like getting a little rest. Tonight I'll be getting some rest. That's why 11:30. Wolfie asked for a quick something. We have 3 minutes here before we go over our time. So let's see what we got. Yeah, maybe we'll try because we only have a minute here. Monday night on Renaissance Man show, getting down like we do every night, don't you know? Comedy news all night, yeah. Get away from the negativity with me tonight, yeah, 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 yeah. Let's get away, hey, yeah, hey, let's sing. Renaissance Family Jam, Family Jam. Renaissance Family Jam. Renaissance Family Jam, yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, so come back tomorrow when we do it all again. Going to create a moment or two, me and you, yeah, gonna get far away from the lies they've been spilling out on the table. Oh, it's hard to filter through what they've been putting out for me and you. See what's true. Oh, you got to have x-ray glasses, don't you? Oh, if you want to see the truth, you got to have a clear soul, a clear heart and soul. Renaissance fan, jam, 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 for tomorrow. Get up and go. Make the best of it, yes, and all you got to get with it. Yeah. Renaissance family. Renaissance family jam. Renaissance family jam. Renaissance family jam, family jam.
Ah, goodness. Looks like we'll be doing it again tomorrow. Just to go back over here, I wanted to say, Renee, no, you could also donate through, there's a Scan Me button here in the corner. And if you go there, there's Cash App, I believe. Renee, you've donated to me before, so you can use PayPal. You can use, PayPal is Renee's preferred form. You can use that, Renee. So don't worry about it. However you've ever done it, you could do it the same way. It's not just Venmo. I just say because it's easier. Tell people about Venmo, but reality is I got Cash App, Zelle. I know Sig uses Zelle. Cash App. We got Venmo. We got PayPal, and then Patreon as well. If you want to get on the Patreon and join the family over there and start building that out, I appreciate that. Because what I'd like to do is start getting that to a substantial amount so I can break away from this freaking matrix. And that was actually something that Virgo Psych said, and I really like the way she put that. Break free of the matrix, this whole, trying to get through all these walls, So thank you, Virgo, for your awesome message on that. And one of these days we're going to have Virgo on here. We can do a little Virgo Psych action, get into the depth of some of these philosophies that we come up with here on the show that I never read in a book. I just come up with in the moment. And I look forward to more of that, obviously. So, guys, I want to also have more people on. Bradley Smith sent something over. Someone named Singleton, I think it is. Singletary or Singleton. And I want to get this guy on and have a conversation with him. He's an entrepreneur as well. So I want to start doing stuff like that. Obviously, you guys know I want to interview as many people as possible. If there's anybody out there who wants to start booking someone to be on the show, I'll be live every night at 10, 10:30. And just book it out. There's a Calendly. My Calendly is this. In case you ever want to book a night on the show or you want to get anybody on the show, it's Calendly. I think it's org. Calendly. Let me see what Calendly it is. I think it's org, but it's Calendly.com. Okay, Calendly.com/Mark Pires. I think it is. I'm going to put this over here so you guys see it. If anybody wants to share that with anybody who wants to come on the show, let them know we're live every night at 10 o'clock, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. And let's start interviewing people here, even if it's just for 5 minutes each day. I want to ask them a few questions about their either hobby or their profession, their passion, and then ask them a few questions that can maybe help the world. And so let's start bringing people on. Book it out, guys. You got my Calendly now. Book the friggin' thing out. Just find anybody. Oh, well, you're a scientist. You got a really cool thing you're working on. You want to be on this show? It's live every night and just talk about this cool thing you're doing? Oh, you started a new business? You want to be on a show and talk about that? I want to talk to people about their new businesses. You guys can check it out, and hopefully we get to a point where there's enough people that actually help support some of these businesses, So book it out. Anybody with small business, anybody who's doing something, championing a new concept like the Beat Seat, something like that, let's have them on here so we can have a conversation, And I think there'll be a whole new depth to this, I think, unlimited variety show, Well, imagine if that's another thing where every day we had our interview. I want to do that. I just need to get a show booker. Somebody's just like, I'll take the reins. I'm going to book. Mark wants an interview every day? Okay, I'll book it. Just book it. Get the credit for it, and then become the guy who does that on this show when this show explodes. Like, that to me is a no-brainer. You take the initiative. I'm trying to take the initiative by showing up every day until some freaking producer comes along and says, why do we not have more people seeing this? I want to do it. I can make money. Fine, dude, make money. Let's get it out there. But how did you do it? How are you doing it? Well, right now I'm doing it all alone. Or I'm not doing it all alone. I'm doing the show all alone. But I got people who love the show that are out there doing work on the show. Someone out there booking freaking different interviews. I got someone out there who's literally out there, like, remember the old school passing out flyers in the street? There's a handful of people that are literally on a daily basis just spreading the word about this show. Like, that's the future of how this expands. It's not a, hey, I'm going to show up tomorrow night. It's a, okay, between now and tomorrow, whoever I freaking see, I'm like, what do you listen to at 10 o'clock every night? There's a show every night of existence. I remember this one guy I met once. He goes, wait, you're live every day? I go, yeah, of the year, every single day. He goes, oh man, I love that because I have this talk show I love, but they're never live on the weekends. I only have them Monday through Friday. He's like, so it pisses me off. I drive a lot on the weekends and they're not live. I said, well, you found a show that's live every day. And so that was something he thought was cool. It should be cool that every day of the year there's a live show. You can go see everybody else. There's a lot of artists, but there's at least one guy who there's those days that nobody else is live, that this freaking show will be live. So show up those nights. You know what I mean? I have a Telegram. Yes, Wolfie. Everything's in the Scan Me, guys. Click this link after the show, and you can see all of the links, Spotify, to the albums, to my website, to the CDs that I'm going to be working on. I have to work on one for S-Coop, who purchased a CD, a signed CD. It looks like Renee may be purchasing a signed CD. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Remember, if you want to purchase a signed CD, this is a few things you can do. Right here, Venmo for songs, or you can do any of the other options to donate up here in the Scan Me. At Real Talk Mark is my Venmo. If you donate $13, I'll send you the digital copy of the album, all 13 songs. If you want to get the CD copy, $20, I'll send it to you. I'll actually ship it out signed, just like these, and it's a beautiful CD. I mean, these are quality CDs. I think you can see the shine on them. Hold on. It's hard to see, but they're great. And if you want to purchase the whole catalog, 13 times 15, whatever that is, I'll send them all over. And 20 times 15 is what? Holy sh! Hold on. 20 times 15 is $300. Wow. If somebody was like interested enough that wanted to buy all 15 of my albums, they'd have to spend $300. That's crazy. To buy the CD, the signed CD. I mean, that's crazy. But I think it's worth it. I think this music is pretty solid stuff. This is one of the songs.
You got to go away.
Not sure what album Go Away right now is. I think it's on album 3 or 4. But we had 13 albums in a row, 15 albums out right now. We have more music coming at you soon. But I don't have the time to edit any of it. All I have time for is selling real estate right now. So guys, if you have any potential listings for me, potential leads, anybody you know wants to buy or sell a piece of real estate, send them my way. Just say, hey, give Mark a shot to help you find an agent. And if you want to buy or sell something in New York or in Connecticut, I can help you. I'll actually work with you personally or anybody you know personally. So send the info my way. My email address is mp@markpires.com. I'm going to put that on the screen. Even if you guys just want to say hello. If anybody out there just wants to say hello, they've been watching the show and never had a chance to really send a message to me personally, that's my personal email address. And the Butthole Surfers have 13 albums. Really, Kato? We have more albums than the Butthole Surfers? That's kind of cool. I thought I had more songs now than the Beatles, but no, I'm short of them. I have 196 songs on Spotify and iTunes, and the Beatles, I guess, are at 227, I think was the number we saw. So I'm about 2 albums away now at this point. I have 13 songs per album, and we're 3 albums away from passing the Beatles officially. And I'm thinking that's all of their songs, including the solo songs, because the number I saw originally was 183. And that's why when we put out 196, it almost kills me because I stopped at 183 for 7 months, because I was like, I don't want to go past the Beatles yet. I don't want to jump past the Beatles. And I didn't even get close to Beatles yet. We would have blown past them if I put out 7 albums this year like I should have. So anyway, we'll see. I'm going to put out another album in maybe 2 months, guys. I'm not going to bust out a new album each month. I want you guys to really appreciate the stuff I'm putting out. So please pick up the copy. If you can, it supports me. There's an interesting thing when you're buying an album from a record label who's giving $1 per $10 or whatever it is to the artist, where I don't have a record label. I don't have a way to sell these songs. I don't advertise the music. I just write it and put it out. So supporting the show means you're supporting independent music. You're supporting this longest running show on earth, and also inspires me to want to keep dropping albums. It really does. It's there's a lot of music out there, guys. I know I'm dropping a lot. 196 songs is a lot of songs. It's literally about 14 hours of music. If you're driving from like here to Chicago or whatever or beyond, which is about 14 to 15 hours, you can get through all my music. And in about a year, you'll literally drive across the country, and by the end, you'll listen to every one of my songs. How freaking crazy is that? How long is this? 24 hours to get across? All I need to put out is another 13 albums, roughly, and you'll have enough music to drive across the freaking nation and not have to re-listen to any song. How stupid and crazy is that? And by the way, it's stuff like this.
Summer lasts forever. Summer lasts forever. Love, make time stop.
Crazy.
Heaven is calling.
This song is fire right here.
Heaven is calling.
Yeah, it's calling. Yeah, it's calling. Yeah, yeah.
Heaven is
Heaven is calling. Yeah, it's calling. The Lord's expecting you to arrive. So there's no escape in the afterlife. Heaven is calling. What is heaven to you? You got his soul search, don't you? To find out who you are. His heaven is calling. Heaven is calling. Heaven is calling. Freaking A. Skyscraper hailing, floating through the air, sailing. And I pull out my parachute, pull the touch the ground, yeah. I'm running, I'm hiding, I've got to go. Yes, I got to go now. Jump in the Cadillac, going 1,000 miles an hour. No, you can't stop me, no, got to keep going. To dawn is coming, yes, I keep on driving through the night. I got my seatbelt on, yeah.
cop's falling off. Yeah, he got some extra horsepower, but they're on the tail, yeah. Wondering, can we pull them over? Put the lights on, pull me over to the side, yeah. Got the flashlight on, pulled up the side of the ride, yeah. Could you pull your window down, no, sir? I'm feeling a little insecure, yeah. Cause you got guns and I don't, yeah. So I'm gonna sit here, yeah. I know my rights, yeah. I'll put my window up if I got to after I give you my stuff. Oh, you come back, you write me a citation, yeah. You say you got a violation on your license, yeah. I say you got the wrong guy, yeah. I've been up to date on all of my licenses, yeah. Got to pay the bills, the time is standing in line at the DMV over and over, and it's getting out of my skin, yeah, yeah. When I got this guy telling me I gotta do it again, yeah. Take a spin again, yeah. Now on the winds, yeah, up you gotta spend. It's a cycle, yeah, that you're within. You can't break out of it, no, yeah. Cause everybody knows you roll on the dice, the way you roll the dice, yeah. In the coming up of snake eyes, yeah. You can't get away from the bad luck, no, unless you turn the horseshoe over, yo. You can't, got to fill up the cup, yeah. Don't let it out. Oh, you can't let it out before you take it in, no. Cause you need something to eat. You document the occasion, yes, the event, yeah. It's something you can't ever understand, no. It comes around again and again. Until you decide to stop, yeah. Drop the keys at the door, yeah. Not going out no more, yeah. I'm gonna stay inside, gonna ride the time, yeah. I don't wanna lose my mind, no, no. I don't wanna lose my mind, no. Yeah, I don't wanna lose my mind, no. I don't wanna lose my mind. 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 Oh, I don't wanna lose my mind. I don't wanna lose my mind. I don't wanna lose my mind. Oh, I don't wanna lose my mind.
Yep, you know, you take the drop ship from the store. Yeah, you pass it around, you're asking for more. Open up the Amazon account. Yep, you're pulling off products, throw them in your basket. Yep, go to check them out. Yeah, take a 2-day delivery at the front door. Yeah, you open up in there. Nobody wanna leave the house no more. Who even cares? You got it. The brick and mortar stores, they're all going down. No one's leaving their house. They're ordering their food in. Yeah, it's a crazy thing. Yeah, but I don't wanna lose my mind. I don't wanna lose my mind. Yeah. No, I don't wanna. Drop your problems, at the door when you go in. Don't think about them anymore. Yeah, you wake up in the morning. Yes, on a fresh night of sleep. Yeah, you went in too deep. Yeah, you got these lucid dreams you can't put back in. Yeah, you feel like you are going back within this ocean of pretendity. Yes, underneath the visibility, others upon up to some concern we got underneath the skin. Yeah, oh, no one wants to look within. Yeah, no one wants to look inside their soul. No, oh, you gotta close the door if you wanna open up another. Yep, you can't have them both open with the water flowing in and out. Yeah, it's like a sail. Yep, you gotta get with the program. Yeah, oh, I don't want to lose my mind. Yeah, I don't want to lose my mind. Yeah, I don't want to lose my mind. Oh, I don't want to lose my mind. That's what we got, guys. I was supposed to end the show 27 minutes ago. Thanks for coming out, Mark. So till tomorrow, fam and friends. Bradley Smith, Cato, You Rock, Pamela Swan, Renee Woods, S. Coop, Sig Sauer, Stacy Michaels, Wolfie, my brother, you got that extra song, my pal. Tomorrow we do it all over again. Until then, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. You got to go away. You got to go away. Till tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow.